Gather around PureSkill Family Distribution. I'm back at it with another video. Let's get it. All right. So, um, day 4 production vlog. Let's talk about what I did. So, um, what I did for production vlog. For I went in and started working on player stats. So, in the time lapse, you see I have basic player stats like health, armor, coins, points, those types of things. So I started working on like subtraction and addition features. Again, keeping the blueprints simple, keeping the blueprints very simple, because first of all, I'm a beginner, but at the same time I also believe in this very vital thing, and this is something you guys all should learn when it comes to doing art or doing anything. A lot of the things that you guys find impressive, you guys say is complex. You say it's very complex. It has many aspects to it. The key to complexity is just an abundance of simplicity. The key to complexity is just abundance of simplicity. Complex things aren't complex because they're doing something that you can't do. It's complex because they're doing a lot of little things that you can do. Oftentimes you just don't want to do so much of it. That's why you don't get to that level of complexity. You understand? So the game will get more and more complex as we go through these production vlogs, but that's only because we're doing a lot of simple things. We're doing one thing at a time. So in this, I started coding the player stats, basic subtraction and addition to these stats. At most, what I had to do adding to that was simply just checking if something was checking if a stat was at 0. If a stat's at 0, obviously you don't want it to go lower than 0 unless it's a stat that can go into negatives. Like I think points was able to go into negatives, so I let those. But like coins, you can't go lower than 0 coins. Okay. And then also checking if you're at the max of what you can have. So the max health you can have is 100. So obviously I had to add variables that checked if the max health was 100, then you can't go over 100. 100 health, right? Okay. So this I coded myself with the knowledge that I told you guys when I was studying for a couple days. I coded myself and it was very satisfying. What was very satisfying about it was like you had this kind of wait period every single time you did something to you press compile and it will load a little bit and you'll give you that little check mark. That was really satisfying. But basically the only thing else that I would say as giving you guys advice is the way I did it was I would put these in variables, of course, and then put the variables into math equations in code into functions. And what functions allow me to do is reuse the function throughout the blueprints, and it's like creating my own node essentially. You guys will see it in the time lapse. So you guys, it's not that deep for this one. I haven't hooked all the functions up to things yet because, like, let's say I'm having health for an example. Obviously, something in the game is gonna cause our character to lose health, but we don't have that in the game yet. So in order for our character to lose health, right now I just use debug keys, and this is what a debug key looks like, right? So I use debug keys just to test them, but I haven't hooked up everything to it. The only thing I think I hooked up so far was points to the flag thing. I added flags. I added points to the flag system because once you get the flag, you get like 500 points. And then I also added a check if you're dead system. So I will use the debug keys to push the health all the way down to 0, and then once you hit 0, then you're dead, and then I think you lose some points and different things like that. So yeah, pretty much it wasn't that deep. I would have at the end of this one like see what we have so far, but I'm not gonna put that one this time, only because it's not nothing new. Like Well, it is something new in code, but it's not like I can play and show you guys unless I put the debug codes back in. But I took those out because I didn't want them to confuse me later down the line. But when you watch the time lapse, if you guys pay attention, you'll see me test it out. So then it'll be the same. You'll be able to see. But yeah, okay. Now you guys can watch the time lapse. All right, guys, so that was all for today. Next time, what I wanted to do was work on locomotion, and locomotion basically is just getting the character to move the way we want it to move and different things like that. But at the same time, I was thinking it will be me doing double the work if I started using um the um the unreal um the Unreal rig to do that before um making my own rig, because if I make my own rig, then I'm already gonna have to do that. So then essentially what I had to do right now is take the Unreal rig and find some animations so that I can make blend spaces and animation blueprints. I'm gonna end up making all of those and then have to make them again later once I make my rig. So I was like, instead of doing double the work, let's go back into Blender. Even though, guys, I know you guys probably been enjoying me working blueprints or working Unreal. If you haven't been enjoying that, then shoot, you're lucky. We're about to go back into Blender, and then I'm gonna start working on Vlog 5. I'm gonna start working on our rig for Dante. All right then, see you in the next video.